Hello Internet, I'm me, and I'm here to help you, or I'm here to review, this time actual review, of goakiger. The new episode of goakiger is actually a episode I can talk about for an hour, because this episode, I know I've said this before, and I know I've said this at previous episodes, about previous episodes, or previous episodes of my show, that this episode of goakiger is the best episode I've ever seen. But this one right here, I don't think they can beat it. I really don't. It's that incredible. It's that good. It has a twist at the end that I thought, okay, amazing. Okay, spoiler alert. I'm going to start at the end this time. Spoiler alert. Bosco has a henshin form, and it's more powerful than all the goakiger team. And Bosco defeats them all, almost killing Guy. I'm pretty sure he's not dead, but I could be wrong. From the beating he gave Guy and the rest of the team, he could easily be dead. This episode is fantastic. This is a tribute episode that, oh wow. I thought the last tribute episode, I thought last episode was pretty good. This one's better. This episode had almost no mistakes in it. Not in the fight scenes, not in the acting. Okay, a little in the acting. The only thing is probably Pink's acting. A little hammy and over the top. For when she's supposed to be a little more dramatic and sad. But other than that, wow. This episode is perfect. This episode is almost completely flawless. Almost. Almost nothing can beat it. Almost nothing. I don't know how they're going to top this. I'm happy that the people behind goakiger have been topping each episode, but this one, I don't know how you're going to do it. I don't know how. And let's start at the beginning now. I'm going to breeze through the first half of this episode, which is about a good 11 minutes of a very good, structurally very good plan and plot. I'll explain that later. But I'm going to rush through that part, through the first half, and kind of rush through the second half, because I've already told you the end. But let's get moving. Alright, so the goakiger are... Actually, this doesn't start with a goakiger. It actually starts with Bosco. Bosco takes out somebody, and it's actually a old Sentai member because he takes their ultimate power. And this is the third ultimate power he's taken. And so, Oao, U-A-O-H, U-A-O, a military division for... Actually, back when Super Sentai was actually part of the military, is informed of this and actually says enact the plan. The boss says enact the plan. We gotta enact the plan. Turns out that the boss, O-Red, is actually contacts Bosco saying, I want a deal. Okay, you give us the Zangeist flagship and we will give you our ultimate power. And of course, Navi, in another part, on the ship of the goakiger, Navi is actually telling Captain Marvel is actually just freaking out, saying "Wow, wow," and pretty much saying the name of the military group. But of course, the goakiger had no idea what that is, except for Guy, who's kind of teetering on, sort of, maybe I know that. And they go out, and of course, saying, "Well, it's Navi, so let's go out and look for the power." They go out to look for the power and find a girl with a sign saying, "Hey, goakiger, over here," which I kind of liked. It saved a lot of time. But it's actually Pink from the Ranger, or Power Ranger Zeo for those who are in America. But Ranger, and she's the Pink Ranger, and she goes, "I will give you the ultimate power. You just have to do one little thing that's gonna take about a minute of your time." AKA, she takes Marvelous and Joe shopping, pretty much using them as purses, like all women. Sorry. She makes Princess Aine and Luca massage her, give her a massage. She has Joe and Guy serve her food, and all the while, you have to pay attention to this through the episode. All the while, she's actually checking her watch, and looking at her watch and then looking back. And throughout this time, but after a while, the gokaiju themselves get kind of pissed off that this is going on and kind of get sick of her shit and go and just try to walk away from it. But Joe notices her she checks her watch one more time, and Joe notices this time. And as an ex-soldier, he comes back and actually confronts her about it, saying that the only time a soldier ever checks her watch or is concerned with time is to make sure a mission is going according to schedule. And so he actually catches her, and the whole Kaiju team pretty much make her spill the beans. And of course, she tells her about the plan of O-Red making the deal with Bosco. Guy is, of course, distraught, knowing that this is O-Red. He's probably one of the bravest Red Rangers out there. He's brave enough to go up against the main villain alone, but he can't. He's going to negotiate with freaking Bosco. And Pink, distraught, of course, actually explains to them that it's actually a plan, that she's going to give them the ultimate power if O-Red was actually going to make the deal with Bosco, double-cross him, take him down, take the powers that he took, and bring them to safety. And of course, if the plan goes awry and Bosco defeats him and tries to steal his power, Pink is there to give the goakiger their ultimate power. And of course, the goakiger, and there's actually I'm skipping over the part where the deal happens because I got to get through this because I only have 15 minutes to talk. But the deal happens, needless to say, it doesn't go well. Pink is about to give the goakiger her ultimate power. She gives it to him right away, and Gokai Red just goes, no. We are pirates, we want something, we take it. And they go in and save O-Red. Now, the battle ensues. The battle between Bosco and the Gokaiger ensues as the usual manner. Or does it? Now this part of the episode I really love because the editing, the fight scene, and the special effects, everything meshed together to a point of perfection. Everything just flowed into the next. Every scene flowed into the next. They cut away from the whole, we'll watch Gokai Red fight his guys, and then we'll watch Gokai Green fight his guys until he's and like, oh no, we're losing, oh no, we're winning, and then beat, and then we'll move on, and then they beat theirs, and then of course Gokai Red is the last one to beat his guys, and then they all do the finisher. But no, they actually go a little different. Gokai Silver, being probably the most powerful, having his own finisher that isn't relied on the other five, actually finishes off his guys first, but they go giant, and he goes into Gojujin to fight. So there's actually this really, really cool interchangeable battle where it's a fight between the Gojujin versus the sword from Maji Ranger and the Wolf Ranger from Maji Ranger. It's those two fighting Gojujin, while Deca Swan, Deca Master, the Car Ranger guy, I've never learned his name, Leo, and I'm thinking, and Maji Mother, all fighting the Gokaiger, and the Gokaiger turn into the Old Ranger and do their awesome tribute henshin, and the fight is beautiful, of course, and it's edited so together and compiled so beautifully with the giant robot fight. And they finish them off, and they turn into the Ranger keys, and they drop, and everyone is expecting the monkey's gonna grab the damn keys and then get out of there. And yeah, the monkey's about to do that, and then Gokai Silver shoots him, and then moves him out of the way, and then, takes the keys, and now Bosco has no keys. And of course, because I already gave it away before, Bosco henshins and becomes a badass. Okay. More of a badass. I always thought of him as I'm not going to get my hands dirty. I have skill. but not enough to take on the whole team. But I'm not getting my hands dirty in this. I'll have my Ranger keys defeat you. That is not the case here. He can now defeat all of them, well, on a whim. Making me think he's like Frieza, sending the Ginyu Force after you when he could just easily take care of you himself. And that makes him kind of terrifying. And this whole time, you've been playing him up as this little thief who runs around and steals and tricks and can't really fight. When this whole time, he's an actual threat, a viable threat, who is actually more threatening than the Zangeist. Leaving the goakiger team actually broken and beaten in front of him, and he just goes, I beat you. I don't really need to kill you. And then just trotters off. Almost kills Guy. Or I'm pretty sure he did, or maybe, I don't know. But jeez. That's how the episode ends, though. And of course, and this is a little random tidbit. The monkey is named Sally. And it just now hit me. The monkey never says anything but Sally. He's not making monkey noises. He is saying his name. Which probably is a her. Which I don't really want to think about. Ugh. But anyway, this episode is fantastic. This episode is almost perfect. I love this episode. This is a must-see episode. I'm going to leave a link in the description for you because this episode is amazing. If you have a friend who says goakiger or Super Sentai is for little kids and doesn't have any emotional or physical weight to it, show them this episode. It'll probably shut them up. So, the next episode is actually going to be very, very interesting. So, I'm going to say, stay tuned until then, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.